Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin, Master Certified Life Coach and Mindset Coach.
I'm Sandra Priestley. I'm a business and branding coach and a feng shui practitioner. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
I can't wait to tell you what just happened.
Oh.
And I'm excited to hear all about the big graduation.
Yes.
I once again am drinking lime bubbly, as you call bubbly.
Yes.
And I'm quite liking it. I'm starting to become addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like it before, but yeah, I'm doing well on this nutrition plan. And but I may or may not, I think, have wine next week. So
on Easter?
Yeah. On Easter. Oh yeah, possibly on Easter.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm drinking out of a can. You inspired me.
I know, cans are so fun.
I got some buble as well.
You did.
I haven't even tasted it yet. So it's blackberry.
Okay, I like blackberry. That is the other one that I tried. I'm quite loving this lime.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Hold on. I'm getting a FaceTime from my son. So we're just going to let him cut into the show real quick. Hey, I'm recording my podcast, so you're on it.
So I can call back later.
No. Look at how handsome he is.
Shins.
We were just getting ready to talk about you. You look so cute.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm shopping right now. I'll get some clothes and some stuff.
Nice.
So I would give you a call.
Well, can I FaceTime you in like 40 minutes? Okay. I love you. You look great. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. He looks so cute in his little camo. I'm acting like he's 3.
I know. That's what's awesome about it. I do that for my 20-year-old too. Like, I don't do you ever lose that? I'm not sure.
I think they're just always our babies.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think that's the thing. So anyway, I'm drinking my buble, and when we were in Chicago for the graduation, I got this cup.
Chi girl.
Well, it's supposed to be shy girl.
Why?
And I'm like for Chicago. But when I saw it, I was like, I am chi girl.
Yeah.
Energy.
Yes.
I have to have this cup, and not because it's from Chicago.
No, because I love it. How freaking cool.
Oh, this is good.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Blackberry.
I know.
Now I just need some blackberries in there.
Blackberries in there. Yes.
That would be,
I often think a lime wedge would be good in this lime one, or blackberries, or raspberries,
or any kind of berry,
or mint. Let's just throw a whole bunch of shit in there. It'll be good.
Make a little salad.
Yeah.
So the graduation was amazing. You know how like I've been sort of weepy.
Yeah.
Like I'll think about him, or can't pick up the phone and call him, or song comes on the radio and there are tears. Well, we get to Chicago and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I am going to lose my shit when I see him. Yeah. And we are going in the Navy store the day before to pick up our tickets and do some shopping.
And you got a little hat.
I did get a
Navy hat, didn't you?
I got a Navy hat, and I got a license plate cover for my car.
Yeah.
It says Navy Mom, United States Navy, or something like that on it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like bumper stickers, but I thought that would be simple.
Yeah.
And understated.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going through the store and I start crying. Not crying like sobbing, just like tears. Yeah. And I'm thinking, tomorrow at graduation, I'm going to be a friggin' mess.
Yeah.
So we get there.
I bet you were.
I almost was.
Really?
I mean, watching the ceremony was emotional.
Yeah.
And then they said liberty, so everyone got to go down and get their guys or girls. Mm-hmm. And when I found him, and I was just getting ready to unleash, he looked at me and he's like, "Hey, But the way he said it probably didn't look like I just looked.
Right.
It felt so secure and sure-footed and confident that all of that angst just disappeared. And it went away.
Nice.
And I was like, he's okay.
Now, do you think you took on the energy from, like, you know how we can absorb the energy from people or surroundings or things? Do you think that you got the confidence and the sure-footedness and that like sense of calm from him because he was feeling it?
Oh yeah, he had that, and it just automatically made me calm down.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Yeah.
He went through, he kicked ass.
Yeah.
He's fine. But it was an interesting moment because I was like, oh, that just went away.
Yeah.
10 weeks of, me whining a little bit. No, I mean, just getting weepy.
Missing him and
but that kid's got a plan. He has got a plan for his sweet little family. And I don't know. All I can tell him is we're all cheering for you. Like, go do your thing. Keep listening to that gut. And the same thing we all need to hear. Because when we listen, that's where the magic is. We know what we need to do. I would have never told him to go into the Navy. That was not on my radar.
Yeah. And what was wild was that you didn't know it was on his either. Like he did it all on his own, which is super cool.
Yeah. And he is an independent one. And I love it. I love watching him because he doesn't require approval. Like he doesn't give two shits what Paul and I would have to say about that. Not that he is disrespectful, because he's not at all, but he looks at life as this is my life and this is what I want to create. And you should be cheering for me or be quiet.
Yeah. and that's true.
We should all live like that.
We should be.
Yeah.
We should, for everyone.
Yeah.
For everyone, instead of judging or, and especially when our kids, I find it's interesting. It's an interesting transition when they turn 18 or when they become an adult. I guess in the US it'd be 21, but like I find it interesting because like all of a sudden you're supposed to just support them in whatever choices they make.
Yes.
It's so hard to let that go when you remember, and they still are that tiny little kid in your mind, like it's an interesting transition for us parents, I think. And I don't know, my husband, we won't tell him this, but he transitioned better than me.
Oh, your husband did?
Yeah, but we don't like to tell him that.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, no.
Well, I want to hear what happened to you 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Or do I want to know?
Does it involve
a bird?
Well, no.
Okay.
But an animal. And it is not nearly as like wonderful of a story as you just told. So, I mean, this is the yin and the yang of it all. So I had gone outside and I was doing some errands, came back in, and we have my friend's dog that we're watching, which is a husky cross, and then our black lab. And we live in the city. And so, there's still tons and tons of snow in the backyard, but I have to, like, there's droppings out in the backyard, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go out, and every day I just kind of pick some up. And so see, I told you this is not it's not a sexy story. So I have this like plastic bag and a shovel, and like I'm picking up dog crap, and there's like it's mixed in ice and snow. So I've got snow in this bag, and it's starting to get heavy. And I'm panicking because I'm thinking, this better not break on me. Like the worst thing ever would be if this bag breaks on me. And then I realize I can't get out of the side gate. So I'm going to have to go through my house, like just 3 steps through the back door and then into the garage. So not very far, but like oh man, I hope this bag doesn't break inside my house. I hope it doesn't break outside, but the inside would be worse. And I'm like starting to think these things like I better go
Sandra.
and put this. Oh, it gets better. I better go and put this in the garbage can. So I think I'm a rock star and I'm walking towards my back patio door
With a big bag of dog shit.
with a big bag of dog shit. And luckily I put the shovel away.
Okay.
And so I'm walking on my like there's a sort of like a deck, but it's right on the ground.
Mhm.
And so I step up on this deck and I look and I see that there's water dripping from my top deck off, like just, snow melting or whatever, off onto the ground. And I look at it and I think, shit, is this ever lucky that this is wet? Like, that it's wet because it could be icy. Oh, wait, no, it was pure black ice. I took one step, my feet went up into the air. I landed on my ass, but better yet, the dog shit went flying up in the air. It, thank God, didn't fall on my head, but it did fall on the ground. And then I fell on top of it.
Ouch. Are you okay?
I am great. However,
It's not funny. I'm sorry.
it is
I'm just having a visual
awesome.
right now.
It is like an awesome story. If it was not me, that happened too. And so I tell my husband right away. He's like, I just had the most amazing chiropractic adjustment from this chiropractor that used to live in the same town that we lived in. Like, he was amazing. And so Cam is in Edmonton and happened to go and see him. I am having such a great day. I'm like, I just sat in dog shit. Like,
well, you did more than sit in it.
well, yeah, it was, oh man. And honestly, like coming on to this podcast, I was a little bit late because I thought, is there dog shit in my hair? Like, where is it exactly?
Do you smell it?
I do not smell it.
Okay,
It was just on my jeans, which are in the wash.
Okay.
And anyway, so he's laughing his ass off and he says, there has to be a moral to this story.
Mhm.
And I'm like, there has to be. And so for 25 minutes before this podcast, as I'm like washing my jeans and I'm thinking, what's the moral of the story? Why the fuck did this happen to me? Like this,
Yeah.
I'm an ex-skater. I never fall on ice. What is the likelihood of this? And I swear it was to find the humor in the stupid things every day.
Yeah.
Because it is a hilarious story and it would only happen to me.
And if you had a Ring doorbell, you could have captured the whole thing.
Oh, that would have been great.
Really good.
That would have been. But I thought, okay, number one, the worst case scenario that the bag broke was really, there was worse than that, but it didn't break in my house.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's good. I also didn't hurt myself.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 51. I could have broken a hip.
We're not there yet, Sandra. Slow down.
I'm just teasing. But like, you know what I mean? I could have really hurt myself.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine. I don't even feel muscle strain.
Sure.
And it's a funny story. And like, so often we just we take the stories, the ridiculous things that happen to us, and we blow them up like they're the worst.
Oh, and we make them mean so many things.
Why does this always happen to me? Why would this be? This is ridiculous. I'm not going to do this anymore. Or I'm, no more. We're going to get rid of the dogs. Just, we make everything so serious. And it doesn't have to be like, life can just be a series of slip ups and like decisions that maybe didn't go the way that we planned, and we can laugh it off and we can let it go. But we tend to, or I used to anyway, make everything mean something significant. like, it was like every single decision is a life-changing decision. Sorry. I've got a FaceTime here from my daughter now.
Oh,
But she's not in the Navy.
you're like, I see her all the time.
But, you know, it really was just like, you know, we focus on everything being so perfect. We focus on everything meaning something so huge in the general scheme of things, and it's not. Some days we just fall and land in dog shit, and it's all going to be okay.
And we thank God it didn't fall on our heads.
Well, that could have been. Could you, like, I mean, really, it could have been worse.
But don't you think some of it is that we're addicted to the feeling of
yes,
the drama and the trauma? And so
it's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, because we feel, what's that thing we feel when we're in
like
the
it's a dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Dopamine hit, right? We feel anger, dopamine. We feel stress, dopamine. We feel anything erupt in us, and it feels twisted, but good.
Yeah. But we also get the hit from the good stuff too.
Right.
And if we would just spend more time over there.
Yeah. And even like, you know, the first thing I do, like when ridiculous things happen, the first thing that I do is tell a bunch of people. So now everyone here knows too.
Yes.
But like, I phone my husband. My husband's like, wow, I can't wait to tell the kids, you know, and
that's
I will
why
tell
your
this
daughter's
story.
FaceTiming you.
That's exactly why, because that's exactly why. But, you know, and I will also tell the story at Easter, and I will probably tell a story like a lot. I think on this
But it's
podcast,
coming from a place of humor.
Yeah.
And not drama or trauma.
No, and like sharing it to like share in the smile, like share in the laughter of it, and probably for my kids to know, like, man, sometimes stupid things happen and it's not worth it to get upset about, right? Like, I think I told you about the time where I was in Montreal, Quebec, and I was wearing like a circle skirt. Did I tell you this story on this podcast?
No.
I was wearing a circle skirt, and I had like a head of department. I was working for the government of Canada. One of the heads of the department was behind me, along with like an upper manager, both males. And it was not windy. I was wearing this white circle skirt, and I was wearing like a tan colored thong, like so that you couldn't see anything through.
Now, I don't know what a circle skirt is. I'm guessing it's not a fitted skirt. It must be a.
No, it's like if you laid it out, it would be a complete circle. Like, it was like very flowy.
Got it.
And it was
white thong or tan thong. Keep going.
You're figuring it out. Yep. And it was to my knee. And it wasn't windy at all. And I thought, okay, I can wear my skirt. It's not windy. It's not going to fly anywhere. This is great. So I'm walking, and I've got my purse on one shoulder, and I've got my laptop bag and all of my stuff on my other shoulder. And, you know, I'm in Montreal, and I'm in old Montreal. So like downtown Montreal, and I don't know where I am. And this, you know, laptop bag is heavy. And so I'm kind of holding on to it a little bit. And I turn the corner, and I swear to you, the worst Marilyn Monroe moment happened. But it didn't look that sexy. Instead, and I mean, I thought, did I step on a grate? Like, it was like I stepped on a jet fucking engine. The skirt went straight up like a pencil. Like, I mean, straight up. And I'm like, and there's two dudes behind me, heads of departments. I mean, big guys in this department that I'm working for.
And they saw your ass.
They saw my ass. And in fact, they probably thought I wasn't wearing underwear, because the the tan thong would have been, in that moment, very impossible to see. Like it was like exactly skin color. So I'm like, I scream, not the thing to do. Like, don't draw attention to yourself, Priestley. So I scream and I try to like, but I've got like bags on my shoulders. And so I scream and I try to hold my skirt down at the sides. Well, that was dumb because the front and the back are straight up again. Like I can't. And so then I like, I'm trying to pull my skirt down and I'm trying to, it was so embarrassing. So we're walking and I'm like red. I'm red.
Oh yeah.
But I also know I used to work in a prison and I used to work in bars. So kind of like, you know, I can handle it. And so I said, well, that'll wake you up in the morning. Like
Did they say
better
anything
than coffee or something like that. Didn't say, just said, oh, Sandra, we've seen ass before. The one guy says, oh, Sandra, we've seen ass before. And I'm like, oh no. So anyway, we go and get coffee and I'm telling this girl, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't see this. You were in front of me. This is what happened. She's like, oh, it's just like you're wearing a bathing suit. Well, not really, because it would have looked like I wasn't wearing anything. And she's like, oh, that is really embarrassing. It isn't it?
Thanks.
Good times. And so anyway, we go into this big, huge meeting. This is like a national project that I was on. And the guy who said, we've seen ass before, walks in and says, ladies, it's dangerous out there. Be careful. Right, Sandra? Yes. And so I told the story. To the rest of the department heads. Why not? It was funny. I became the skirt girl, but you know, I just think that, we like are so hard on ourselves and we make things so embarrassing and like,
and so serious.
It's so serious. And
that's not where the fun is at.
Exactly. Exactly. The fun is like, just,
it's like that Christmas 2 Christmases ago, when I completely killed Christmas dinner. The gumbo fiasco day, when we had to go shop for Christmas dinner at Walgreens, which, Sandra, that's a drugstore here.
Right.
And it was like, I can get upset and embarrassed and feel terrible, or I can laugh about this. I mean, who fucks up Christmas dinner? Me.
Right. And this was because you used the wrong flour,
wrong flour. Correct.
Yeah.
So I showed my kids it's okay to mess up. No one died. We have a great story out of it. I mean, we had junk food, basically, for Christmas. And it was good.
Super fun.
Super fun. So, but you know, we're modeling that when we freak out or we don't, our kids are seeing that.
Yeah.
And then that's telling them, oh, I don't need to freak out. Like, mom killed dinner. I only did this. Why am I freaking out?
I know. But even, you know, what I love about podcasts that aren't necessarily like really, really scripted, or most podcasts, they're like really chopped up and really curated. And what I love about ours is like, I mean, seriously, we have been on this podcast. It's only a 30-minute podcast. And somehow we've gotten 3 FaceTimes. You know what I mean?
I answered one of them.
I just don't care. Like it just decline. But but the thing is like, it doesn't have, like, so many people would like not have a podcast because it has to be perfect, or it has to be curated, or I'm like, what if we just took risks and went, you know what? It's just going to be fun. Let's just have fun and see what happens. Let's just not make it perfect, because perfection is not inspiring.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
what do we miss out on because we say I can't do this because it
Right.
was perfect, or I'm gonna wait until
Life
this
in general.
to
Yeah.
show up there because I can't do it
Yeah.
where I'm at, right? Instead of just showing up.
And what happens at the end of your life? Are you really going to give a shit about the one Christmas or the podcast that we did where we kept getting FaceTimes?
Right.
You know, probably like I should have answered the FaceTime with my daughter because she would have, it would have been funny because she's hilarious. And also it probably is a absolute me falling in dog shit. Like I guarantee it.
That would have been a good little clip right there.
It would have been. It would
Or
have
giving
been.
you some shit.
Yeah. Anyway, oh my goodness. Well, we did not anticipate this podcast going this way, but I kind of love it.
Well, I don't think we really knew where it was going to go.
No.
You just show up and see what comes out that day.
I know. Just hope we're in the vortex and see what kind of magic comes out.
Yeah, get as close as we can. Well, we're about out of time, so we're going to just stop before we get another FaceTime. But thank you, Sandra. I needed this today, and I love my buble.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so good. I'll have berries next time. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next Thursday on the Happy F Hour.
Bye.